Few days ago, the Denver Broncos completed their first preseason game of the year, and in that game, we got to see a lot of young guys do some really good things. And one of them that I wanted to really focus on in this video, as you could tell from the title, is JAHDAE Barron. Man, this dude is an absolute monster of a player, and I am really excited to actually deep dive into this film and see what I can find from his opening game. So we're going to kind of do that together. Before we really deep dive into the film though, I do want a favor. Comment down below a few names from this game that you would like to see me break down next. Okay, it could be anybody. It could be a tackle, a left guard, a defensive, it could be anybody, rookie, second year player, veteran. Let me know in the comments a few names that you would like me to maybe break down if I haven't already showcased them to you. Now, with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below a letter grade for JAHDAE Barron in this game. Let's dive right in. So right here, he's going to be in his zone coverage. So his job is to essentially read the quarterback's eyes. Most of the time, they'll tell you what they're doing with the football, right? Right here, as JAHDAE Barron drops back into his coverage, obviously he's got inside release on off coverage versus this guy that's trying to disguise maybe man coverage with the blitz from the linebacker. But ultimately, as we're dropping back, we can tell all day that he is staring at the quarterback. Now, what you could tell from that is it's his own coverage. He's maybe in a soft cloud, maybe he's in definitely not a hard flat, but it's probably in that cloud, right? Or a curl flat. Now, essentially, he sees the quarterback about to throw this out versus this off coverage. Because his first step was backwards, quarterbacks are like, yeah, I'll take that every single day of the week and just hope the corner is not a good tackler. But that's not the situation with JAHDAE Barron, at least not on this play. As the guy catches the ball, boom, lays the wood, absolute nowhere to go. I would even say this is a hospital ball because of how good JAHDAE Barron is. And he does a good job not over committing before the ball is thrown, right? He does drop back, but he waits until the football comes out of the quarterback's hands to overcommit, boom, and then lays the wood. This guy was very impressive in his NFL debut. I feel like he was probably one of the best players on this defense in terms of, again, it's very small sample size, did not play a ton, but when he did play, I felt like he did an incredible job. So we're going to break down the film. Let me know what you guys think, and let's dive in. All right, here's another play. You're basically got like a double stick over the middle here. Essentially, we got a goal ball to the outside, and we're trying to isolate these off coverage opportunities for their offense, and they like them, right? But again, JAHDAE Barron did a good job. No yards after the catch, man. That's one thing it seemed like he was emphasizing in this game. As he dropped back, we get a quick little out here, and boom, right there's JAHDAE Barron. Does not allow him to go anywhere after that catch. Now, essentially, you're kind of in a tough situation when you're playing off coverage versus a an out or an in, or a shallow cross. You're kind of in a little bit of a tough situation because they have all the leverage in the world, right? Boom, if the ball is out in time, you should be able to pick up a nice 3-4 yards if you're an offense, right? But JAHDAE Barron is so good at filling space and catching up ground here that, look at, boom, he's got such a good change of direction. So that's all it is, right? Look at this. Ooh, great job changing direction, accelerating, and then going to make a play. I'm okay giving up that catch. I really am, right? On 2nd and 10, give up a 5-yard in route or out route, but not allowing anything after the catch is what is really impressive to me. Not want to give up too many yards after the catch, and right there, he does a beautiful job at just that. All right, another really good play here by JAHDAE Barron. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion. They're going to open up here with trips. Now, JAHDAE Barron is in a zone coverage. He is essentially dropping into this flat area. Now, whenever you're in a zone, your job is to specifically keep your eyes on the quarterback, right? You, for the most part, want to just read what they're doing. Now, I think this defense does a great job early covering this concept. They got like an in over here, got like an out. I believe they got more of like a vertical route over the middle here. But ultimately, they do a great job, this entire defense, even mostly JAHDAE Barron, right, covering this quick out. Right, look at him. Whoop, I mean, he's all over it. But the one thing I love here about JAHDAE Barron is watch his eyes. Okay, like I said, when you're in zone coverage, guys, your job is to read the quarterback's eyes. So, entire time, right, communicating with his defense, understanding what he needs to do, but his eyes are always locked in on the quarterback in the backfield. He's looking, and watch. Even making contact here, his eyes are still in the backfield. He wants to know if that football is coming. Ultimately, that hook curl in the middle kind of picks up 84. Great job there. The vertical route here is covered by 2 guys. JAHDAE Barron has that speed out, right? Clamped up. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Great job by JAHDAE Barron once again. Obviously lightens up a little bit once he sees the quarterback's bootlegging out or scrambling out to the right side. He's basically a non-threat over here. Quarterbacks will never get over here and throw over here. It just usually never happens unless you're Patrick Mahomes. All of the defenders are gone, and this guy's just wide open, or wide open. It just doesn't happen, right? So he kind of puts the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Again, great job in my opinion with that play. Really quickly, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Denver Broncos throughout the entirety of this year's offseason and on-season, right? Preseason, regular season, breaking down all 22 coaches' film for offense or defense or even individual player breakdown like this video. Let me know in the comments, who do you want me to break down next, if anybody, from this game. Obviously, once the next set of preseason game starts, we're going to be breaking down even more footage of maybe JAHDAE Barron or anybody. So join the family, turn on your post notifications, and let's dive back in. Okay, here's another play. I don't even know if this goes to him, but he is on the field. I just want to show you mostly the plays that he's playing. Okay, now he's acting like he's going to corner blitz here. Some pre-snap motion, so he does actually blitz on this play. You can tell the offensive line was expecting it. Just showcased a little bit, right? Showed it just a little bit. Got some pre-snap motion here. Tackle was expecting it in full. Ends around, and now that's not really his fault. They are running here, this outside zone, right? But he gets to the outside. He kind of contains that edge, and he just takes that left tackle, that C gap there. Yeah, not really his fault. I mean, he was on a blitz, on a corner blitz, he was on a nickel blitz, whatever you want to call it, right? And they just perfectly had that play called. No one was really filling this gap in me. Fine. I wouldn't say this was a bad play by JAHDAE Barron. It's just bad timing, I guess, essentially, for this play call. Now, I'll tell you what. This was a play action with the bootleg out to the right. Could have chased him down. But, unfortunately, it was an outside zone to his side while he was nickel blitzing. Again, I wouldn't say that was his fault. It was just a good play call by the offense and a tough play call for JAHDAE Barron on the defense. Okay, so I believe this is actually one of the final plays that he played in. This is a really tough one because the offense does a good job putting these guys in a tough situation. He is showing nickel blitz early, but we know he's not blitzing because you would never leave two guys or one guy in, versus 2 guys here. You would never send this guy in. So you gotta tell here he's not going blitzing. But these situations are really tough. So what offenses like to do is have guys run similar routes early and then break off differently. So for example, like this guy would go up, this guy would come back around. That's actually what they're doing, but inverted, right? This guy is going to go up, this guy's going to come back inside. Now the reason they do that because JAHDAE Barron has the inside release guy. Okay, now what does that mean? Whoever breaks inside, he has. Now initially he's thinking this is his guy, but again, if he goes out and this guy comes in, he's got to be able to switch this smoothly. So as this happens, you see him start to roll with 86. That's no longer his guy, right? 17 is a little bit lower, and he's also breaking back in. So 27 is like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Ball's already out though, so it doesn't really matter here. But they could have gotten, both of them kind of messed it up a little bit. They got to definitely fix that a little bit. Better communication skills here. But ultimately, quarterback drops back, and I don't know. He's trying to throw this dig over the middle here. Linebacker just plays it perfectly, I guess. Just not a good enough throw. Snags that thing, and I believe this was the last play of JAHDAE Barron. So, again, we saw some good things for sure. There was maybe one bad thing on this play specifically. Just poor communication skills, and it could have led to a touchdown, if we're being honest here. Especially since you have one high safety playing in midfield closed. Definitely could have ended up being a touchdown, but never know. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. Let me know what you guys thought about JAHDAE Barron's debut. And yeah, let me know who you want me to break down next. Peace.